and see what's going on the chat side of things, which is almost another net within a net sometimes, and highly entertaining at times, at quite a few times. Anyway, KE8VZA here. I've grabbed a few stations from the blue screen, quite a few here so far, and if you are wanting to get on the log before 9:30, I can add you. Just give me a holler. KE8VZA.
AFIJB, Matt at Tulsa. In short time.
Copy AF5JB, Matt in Tulsa, short time. Got you on the log there, Matt.
W8WKY.
I appreciate it. I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody out there, so I'll be standing by.
KE8VZA returning. So this will be our first Sunday night Beacon Net of the new year, 2026. So there you have it. Hope everybody had a happy New Year celebration, and a safe one at that. I did. So really enjoyed being off work. I hope everybody else got a little downtime too. We have about 30 seconds until our lovely announcer comes on to announce and kick off the pre-show. So I ask that everybody please stand by, and we'll get the thing rolling here shortly.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There she is. QST, QST, QST. This is Kilo Echo 8 Victor Zulu Alpha KE8VZA. My personal is Eric Echo Romeo India Charlie. And I will be net control operator for the Beacon Net pre-show tonight on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, with the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. Our frequency is 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. You can also via Allstar. We are node number 48496. And you can also connect via EchoLink. Look for W8WKY-R. The BeaconNet pre-show is a controlled net, and I ask that all traffic pass through net control, yours truly. And urgent or emergency traffic can break in at any time. At this point, I'll take a break. For any emergency or urgent traffic, please call now. KE8VZA returning. Very good. Let's go ahead and touch base with our net control team here, affectionately known as our Mickey Mouse roll call. We'll start up at the top of the list with KE8QKO, Nick at Nite. Happy New Year there, Nick. How you doing? And do you have any comments before we get started?
KE8QKO. Good evening, Eric. Good evening, everybody on the net. I don't have any comments, sir. I'll stand by for the start of the net, and Happy New Year to you, too. And, yeah, I'll talk to you back again at 10 o'clock. KE8QKO.
right, Nick. Sounding good on this end. We'll clear with KE8QKO for now. Let's go down and see if Dustin's out there. KD8EPC. How you doing tonight, Dustin? Are you going to hang around for the big show? And Happy New Year.
KE8VZA and the BeaconNet pre-show. Good evening, Eric. Happy New Year to you. I don't think I'm going to stick around tonight. If you could just validate my parking, I'd really appreciate it there. But hello to everybody, 73. Have a great net, and we'll catch you all down the log. This is KD8EPC, back to net control.
All right, very good, Dustin. Got you on the log as in and out, and got you down there for double D's for the trivia as well. So thanks for checking in. Good to hear you. And just FYI, I had you on reverse on the repeater input at a solid S6 here at the QTH. Better than usual. Pretty cool. Anyway, we'll clear with KD8EPC. Let's go down to Just Nick, KD8SLG. How you doing, Just Nick? And are you going to stick around tonight? And Happy New Year.
There's the microphone. KE8VZA, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Eric and all the Beacon Netizens. I'm here, Eric. I'm here for the duration. Do me a favor. Put RevKev, K6KJV, and KC8FQV on the list. They're out there. Thanks, man.
Roger, roger. I added K6KJV and KC8FQV. I have to get a dashboard window open here, too. Anyway, good to hear you, Just Nick. Happy New Year. Got you down here sticking around. We'll clear with KD8SLG for now. Let's go over and see if Josh is out there. W8HRF. Are you out there? How are you? Happy New Year. And are you going to stick around for the net tonight?
K8VZA, W8HRF, good evening, Eric, and Happy New Year to you as well. Good to hear you. Yes, I'm going to stick around. We are wrapping up a movie, but I'll be in the radio room around 10 o'clock, so looking forward to it. Catch you in a bit. Thanks for running the pre-show. By the way, Lucy currently doesn't have much of a voice. She has a little bit of laryngitis, so
a lot of it.
She respectfully asks to just be in and out tonight. So, anyways, I'll throw it back to you, sir. K8VZA, W8HRF.
All right there, Josh. Got you on the log as sticking around and marked Lucy in and out. But, of course, if Lucy's voice is up to it and the spirit is willing later, she can surely jump in there when we get around the horn to the net control team. But enjoy the movie. We'll talk to you in a bit. We'll clear with W8HRF and KE8YUK. Let's go down and see if Alan's out there. I think I saw him in the blue screen. KI5DAY. How are you, Alan? And are we having a Happy New Year so far? Is Larry having a Happy New Year?
KI5DAY. Hey, I've got a little bit of a cough going tonight, but I think it's just allergies. I've had to deal with it most of the day off and on, but so far not too bad. Trying to open up some candy, and it's almost able to open. It's Reese's Pieces candy cane from Christmas. Forgot I had it, but it doesn't want to cooperate with me. We're gonna have to break up at night, I think. But yeah, Larry, he's still having a back and forth battle with Mr. Fuggles, my new little tooting gremlin who's in the music room. Time to time, they squawk and toot at each other, so it gets a little funny at times. But all is good. I'm just sitting here enjoying the ambiance of my little computer desk and my light and my radio and my Reese's Pieces I'm fixing to eat. KI5DAY.
All right, Alan. I hope your ambiance there includes a jar of Rothschilds. Anyway, and maybe you're close enough to the fridge to, if you feel the hankering for some Grey Poupon. But anyway, good to hear you tonight, Alan. And we look forward to that alt trivia in a bit. We'll clear with KI5DAY for now, and that brings us to the end of our Mickey Mouse roll call. I'm KE8VZA with the BeaconNet pre-show. Let me take a break for time, and I'll read off who I have on the list thus far.
W8WKY.
KE8VZA returning. Okay, we have so far on the list WB4AIZ Chuck, who's in and out tonight, 7-3 Chuck, AB8MO Andy, K5CFY Ray, KF8G Brian, KE8ZRY Jeremy, who's without RF tonight, so I've got him on the log in and out, but he'll be listening. I think he's in the blue screen too. KD8OTQ Scott, I grabbed you from the blue screen, took the liberty. KA8MNT Tom, who has to be in and out tonight, 7-3 Tom. KE8QFT Fred, AF5JB Matt, who is short time. W8MPG James, KI5TAQ Taco Tim, N5KBD Pete, K6KJB Kevin, Rev Kev, KC8FQV Northern Mark, KE8WA Gary, and KI5OZZ Nancy the Oz. Okay, let me take a break for time. KE8BZA returning. Let's go ahead and take some more check-ins. If you'd like to get on the log, please give me your call sign alphabetically and phonetically. There we go. I got my Idigalese words out there. And your name and location. And I'm listening, KE8BZA.
Please check in KD8JNX, Kilo Delta 8, Juliet November X-Ray, Brooker, and Redmond. I'm just going to be in and out and listening tonight, guys.
KE8BZA returning. All right, we picked up one there. KD8JNX Brooker, got you on the log as in and out, and I know you'll be listening there. Good deal. If you'd like to jump in for a recheck when the opportunity presents itself, go right ahead. And, any other check-ins before we start to work this list, please call now. All right, KE8VZA returning. Let's go ahead and start working the list here. So up at the top here, AB8MO, Andy. How you doing, Andy? Happy New Year. And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Yeah, I guess since I'm close to the top of the call-up round, yeah, I'll stick around at least do my turn. I usually go to bed afterward, but I'll stick around. Back she comes, KE8VZA. This is AB8MO.
All right, Andy, good deal. Got you on the log, sticking around. We'll clear with AB8MO. Just to identify, I am KE8VZA with the BeaconNet pre-show on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio. And we're going through a list of our check-ins thus far. If you're waiting to check in, we'll get to you in just a minute, or a few minutes. But next on the list here is K5CFY Ray. How you doing, Ray? Did you have a happy New Year? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
KE8VZA, K5CFY. Good evening there, Mr. Eric. Thanks for doing the pre-show. I'm going to hang around, and so I'll give it back to you. Got a long list to go through. K5CFY.
All right, Ray, got you on the log, sticking around. Good to hear you. We'll clear with K5CFY for now. Let's go down to Brian, KF8G. Happy New Year, Brian. How you doing? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Yep, I'll be here. KF8G.
Very good, Brian. Got you on the log, sticking around. We'll clear with KF8G. Next on the log is KD8OTQ. Scott, I grabbed you from the blue screen. Are you going to stick around in that tonight?
KD8OTQ, yeah, I should be sticking around for the net tonight.
All right, very good, Scott. Happy New Year to you. Got you on the log as sticking around. Let's go down to KE8QFT. Fred, how you doing, Fred? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight? And Happy New Year.
Oh, once again, Happy New Year to everybody out there. Yeah, I will be around watching the Steelers game here on the side. KE8QFT back to net control.
All right, very good. Next we have Matt, AF5JB. I know you're short time. We'll come right back to you, Matt. I want to get through the rest of this list first. W8MPG James, are you out there? And how you doing? Happy New Year. And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
Hey, Eric. Yeah, I'm here. Thanks for picking me off. Appreciate it. Just go ahead and mark me in and out for tonight. I've got to get to bed here pretty soon. I got to go back to work tomorrow after having 2 weeks off. So got to get a little beauty sleep before I get back in the office. Have a great night, everybody. W8MPG.
All right, James, very good. Got you on the log, sticking around. And have a restful evening and a good day tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. 7-3. We'll clear with W8MPG. Let's go down to KI5TAQ. Taco Tim. How you doing, Tim? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight? And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys. This is KI5. Let me say it again. This is KI5TAQ. Almost twisted my call sign up. Yes, I am sticking around. So I'll let you send it back to net and let you get on down the list.
All right, Tim, very good. Good to hear you tonight. Got you on the log, sticking around. Next station, N5KBD Pete. I saw in the blue screen he asked to be in and out tonight. 7-3, Pete. And thanks for stopping by. Let's go down next to RevKev, K6KJV. How you doing, Kevin? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Hello, Eric, and everyone else on the net. I said the wrong one, unnet. I meant pre-net. Sorry about that, Eric. Got you mixed up. I want to give a shout out to Nick for picking me up there. It's nice to have friends in high places. Well, Eric, I'm sitting here revving the engine up on the little Crown car, just waiting for you to give me the signal there, or Mr. Nick at Nite to give me the signal there to make my grand entrance. So yes, that's right, I'm sticking around. I'm waiting. I'm getting ready to race around the big top. So back to you from K6KJV.
All right, Kevin. I love that image in my head of the little clown car racing around. I love it. Anyway, good to hear you tonight. Happy New Year. We got you sticking around. We'll clear with K6KJV. Let's go down to KC8FQV. Mark, how you doing, Mark? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Are you joking? Am I going to stick around or not? Yeah, I'm going to stick around. KCFQV.
Mark. Very good. Yeah, I know you usually stick around, but I wanted to give you the option. Anyway, good to hear you tonight. We'll clear with KC8FQV. Let's go down to KE8WA. Gary, how you doing, Gary? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
W8W.
I doubt I'm stick around that long. It's kind of late here. And thanks for putting me into the list. So, 7-3s everybody, and have a Happy New Year.
Gary, I'm sorry. This one of the repeaters ID'd in the middle of your transmission, so it kind of blotted out your audio a bit. Are you sticking around tonight, or are you just going to be in and out?
I'll just be in and out tonight. It's kind of late, so I want to wish 7-3s everybody, and Happy New Year.
Okay, thanks, Gary, and thanks for stopping by. You have a Happy New Year going forward, and it's good to hear you tonight. Thanks, and thanks for checking in. 7-3. We'll clear with KE8WA. Let's go down to the Oz, KI5OZZ. Nancy, how you doing, Nancy? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
KE8VZA and the rest of the pre-Beacon Net netizens, good evening from KI5OZZ here in Batesville, Indiana. Yep, just made it here this evening. Went and had some dinner with the son and the grandson, and we came back to the QTH, and lo and behold, the Beacon Net. So, sure, I'm going to stick around for as long as I can, sans the toothpicks in the eyelids. So there you go. Back over to you, Eric. Good to hear you, and everybody else. KI5OZZ.
All right, Nancy, good to hear you as well. Happy New Year to you and the family, and glad you're able to visit the Indiana contingent there. So we got you on the log sticking around. We'll clear with KI5OZZ. Before we take any more check-ins, let's go up and touch base with Matt, AF5JB. How you doing, Matt? And do you have a couple comments for the net before you have to go?
Yeah, I appreciate it. And first of all, before I forget, Happy New Year to everybody out there. Hope it's off to a good start, and it's the weather's pretty good out here. It's certainly 52 degrees and partly cloudy. It's the full moon over the city, and it had a weekend. It stayed down. What's that about Saturday morning? Get all that done, and came back, cleaned up at 8, and all that. And took a little cat nap. Got around and went and did laundry, and then went to Dead Busters, played Pat Band Battle Warrior over there. I went to Hard Rock and Hamburger there, kind of hung around. They didn't win nothing, and then went home and watched TV for a little bit. Had a beer and went to bed. That's my Saturday night. And getting some most day to day, getting ready to start a whole new week. So, but other than that, I did very well. Still enjoying the weather. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it'll get cold again at some point, but I'm still enjoying the nice weather. Hope we got it, but hey, good to hear you guys. Have a good week out there, and stay warm like wherever you are, and 33, and Until next time, thanks for having me on. And this is AFI-CFB Matt in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's making sure they skin steady through.
All right, Matt. Very good. Good to hear you tonight. Glad you had a good holiday there and a good weekend. It sounds like you're all ready to go for the week going forward. So have a good week going forward. And I bet you you just pretty much have to tell them that you want the usual, right? When you go in the Hard Rock, you're in there a lot. So I've eaten at a few of them, and they've been good. They've been good. Good place to eat. Anyway, good to hear you, Matt. 7-3. We'll clear with AF5JB. And that is all the check-ins we have so far. If anybody else would like to get on the log, this is KE8VZA with the BeaconNet pre-show on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, which is just a little bit west of Akron and a bit south of Cleveland. If you can picture the state of Ohio there, the Buckeye State. But anyway, if you'd like to get on the log, give me a call. I'm listening.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Romeo, here in Wadsworth. I'll be in and out there, Eric.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Alpha November Romeo, Gary in Wellington. I'll be in and out also.
November 8, Whiskey Hotel Romeo, N8WHR Mike in Brunswick, in and out tonight.
Okay, I'll pick it up there. Very good. We had 3 stations all in and out tonight. KE8, excuse me, ZZR Harry, 73 Harry, Happy New Year. KF8 ANR Gary, very good to hear you, Gary. Happy New Year, 7-3, got you in and out. N8WHR Mike in Brunswick, good to hear you, Mike. Happy New Year, got you in and out as well. Very good. We still have a few minutes here. If there, hey, let me take a minute here. KE8VZA returning. Little frog in my throat, sorry. Any other check-ins that would like to get on the log, please give me a call.
Hello, Echo 8 DEA. This is K8MMY, and I'm like wee Willie Winkle going up and down the stairs and doing chores, so I'll be hanging around, but if you don't catch me, I might be snagged up in Christmas lights in the attic. So K8MMY, back to you.
Very good, Chris. Got you on the log, and we'll leave you on the log as sticking around. And if Slumberland comes calling, we'll know what happened. No worries. Anyway, we'll clear with KE8MMY. Any other check-ins? We still have a few minutes. Please give me a call.
Kilo 3, Mike Bravo Charlie. Kilo 3, Mike Bravo Charlie. Mark in Pasadena, Texas.
Kilo India 5, Romeo Foxtrot India, KI5 RFI, Matt in Arkansas.
All right, I'll pick it up there. KE8VZA returning. We picked up 2 more. K3MBC, that's Mike Bravo Charlie, I believe it is, out in Pasadena, Texas, and KI5RFI. Let's Mark, K3MBC. How you doing, Mark? Welcome to the BeaconNet pre-show. Are you going to stick around for the main net at 10? That's 10 Eastern.
W8WKY.
I am in for the duration. K3MBC.
All right, very good, Mark. Got you on the log, sticking around. We'll clear with K3MBC. Let's go down to Mac, KI5RFI, representing Arkansas. How you doing, Mac? Happy New Year. And are you going to stick around for the big net tonight?
KI5RFI. Happy New Year to everybody. And, yep, I might as well hang around. I wouldn't want to miss it there, so I'll be here for the duration. KI5RFI.
Very good, man. Good to hear you. Happy New Year. And got you on the log is sticking around. All right, we're at the bottom of the line. We have a couple minutes. We can take a couple more check-ins. Anybody out there that would like to get on the log for the Beaconette, please give me a shout.
Kilo Echo 8 Yankee November Juliet, KE8 YNJ John in Norton.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Echo Romeo Zulu Terry in Ellenboro, West Virginia, KF8 ERZ.
Okay, I'll pick it up there. Very good. We added 2 more stations to the list. KE8YNJ, John, and KF8ERZ, Terry. Let's start with John, KE8YNJ. How you doing tonight? Happy New Year. And are you going to stick around for the main net in a couple minutes?
Yep, I think we're going to stick around. I usually don't get on the Beaconette too often because I got to go to work early, but we got some time in the morning, so yeah, I'll stick it out, see what's going on there for the rest of the show.
All right, very good, John. Got you on the log sticking around. We'll clear with KE8YNJ. Let's go down to Terry over in West Virginia, KF8ERZ. How you doing, Terry? Happy New Year. And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
Happy New Year to you, too, and I'm doing very well. And, yes, I definitely plan on sticking around. Looking forward to it. I missed the past couple of barometer nets there in the morning. Didn't make it on there, so I've been looking forward to the Beacon net tonight. Definitely going to stick with you, KF8ERZ.
All right, Terry, very good to hear you. And got you on the log. Stick around. We'll clear with KF8ERZ. And I added KA8LYJ Bob from the blue screen. Bob, are you out there on RF? And are you going to linger tonight? Bob's probably going to stick around. We'll leave him on the log. So KA8LYJ, you're on the log. All right, that's the end of the Beaconette pre-show tonight. Let's go up to KE8QKO, Nick at Night. This is KE8VZA. If you're ready to take the reins there, Nick, go right ahead.
KE8QKO. All right, thank you, Eric. Fine business on the pre-show. 33 on the pre-show. It'll be a fun net tonight. Good evening and welcome to the Beaconette. My name is Nick. My call sign is KE8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Kilo Oscar. And I'll be net control for the evening. The Beaconette meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Allstar Node 48496 and EchoLink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net. All traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Fireside Network, and various other repeaters, and we ask you to key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. Any stations that have not already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Juliet 5, November Sierra Hotel, KJ5, NSH, Jess, in Northeast Oklahoma.
All right, we've got Kilo Juliet 5, November Sierra Hotel. Jess checking in there. Thanks for checking in, Jess. Yes, that was Kilo Juliet 5, November Sierra Hotel for the net logger. And yeah, we'll get to you here in a little bit. And just so you know, you were a little bit scratchy, but otherwise readable. So, but we'll get you in there later on when we get down you're number 34 on our list. So we got some in and outs and other stations that won't be called on before you. So you're probably closer to say 24. But anyway, thanks for checking in, man. Let's go get our trivia questions. We'll start with KE8 VZA. Eric, and we'll get that main trivia question read.
KE8QKO in the net. This is KE8VZA here with the main trivia. Let me scroll over to it. All right, here we go. Which presidential candidate was a ham radio operator? Your choices are Alpha, Kerry, Bravo, Dukakis, Charlie, Romney, or Delta, Goldwater. I'll take a break and read it again. KE8VZA returning with main trivia. Which presidential candidate was a ham radio operator? Choices are Alpha, Kerry, Bravo, Dukakis, Charlie, Romney, or Delta, Goldwater. I'll put this in the blue screen shortly. KE8VZA back to net control.
All right, well, thank you, Eric. I have my guess written down, and we'll find out later on if I'm right or wrong. Let's go talk to KI5DAY. Alan, how you doing, sir? And can you read the alternate trivia for us?
Sorry about that. KI5DAY. Wow, I went completely brain dead. I had a Ray moment there. I was like in complete and utter dismay. I'm not feeling the best. I kind of got a little cough thing going, feeling kind of run down, but we'll get through it. I was looking for my mic, and I had no idea what radio I was on. I got four radios in front of me. Finally figured it out. Let me reset here, and I will read the alt trivia question. Okay, this is a pretty normal. It's not so silly. At least I don't think it is. Well, maybe it is. Okay, tonight's alternate trivia is, it is illegal in the country of Israel to bring which one of these to a beach? Again, the question is, it is illegal in the country of Israel to bring which one of these to a beach? Is it A, any open-toed sandals? B, any bears? C, any type of jewelry or storage pouch hanging from the neck? Or D, any Cornwaldo Bean family recipe corn liquor? That's your options. I'll put it in the blue screen shortly. KI5DAY, back in it.
W8WKY.
right. Well, thank you, Alan. That's one I'm going to. I should think on it, but I'm just going to go out and make a guess and write it down. But I may get that one wrong. We'll see how it works out for me. Thanks for doing the alternate trivia. Let's go talk to people. The first station we have is in and out. That's WB4AIZ. And that's going to take us down to AB8MO Andy from the land of snow and maple syrup. Take it away, Andy.
KE8QKO from AB8MO. Okay, good morning. That was morning over in, where is it? I guess somewhere in Japan or maybe Australia. Oh, maybe it's afternoon over there, so probably China. Anyway, this is AB8MO in the land of lots of snow and not quite maple syrup yet. Let's see here. My trivia answers I'm going to register is D or D and B, not to be confused with B and D. Or as in, let's see, D as in Dustin and B as in boisterous. How about that for standard phonetics or just Nick? I probably made his head explode. Had a good weekend, I think. I'm glad that things are getting back to normal again as far as schedules go, and we're past Christmas and New Year's and all that stuff. So now we just got to ride into spring now, which I guess is going to start to feel more like spring next week, which I'm okay with. So, yep, you got it. You got my wacky answer. We'll see how that sticks. See if that fly sticks in the ointment tonight. Thanks for picking up the net. I'm going to go and ride out the rest of the net lying in bed. KE8QKO and the Beacon Net. This is AB, and I'm out.
All right. Well, thank you, Andy. Got your answers down for Delta and Bravo. And yeah, enjoy that snow. Next station we have is K5CFY Ray. How you doing, Ray? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
QKO in the net, K5CFY. Good evening, Nick at night. Anyway, wave a hand there at Mr. Eric on the keyboard, doing a great job. Let's see here. I'm going to go with Del and Charlie. So that's my guesses for tonight. Have a great net. I'll get off here and I'll be listening. K5CFY.
All right. Well, thank you, Ray. Thanks for checking in there. Good to hear you. Got your answer down for Delta and Charlie. Next, we have KF8G Brian. How you doing, Brian? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, I'll put down my usual answer of 42, although I'm sure the first one's Goldwater, if I remember right. Oh, how was it? How was that drive to your New Year's Eve party on Friday? Or Wednesday? I have totally lost track of the days. It's terrible. Boy, oh boy, that was fun. I drove from Wadsworth to Hinckley and back. And wow, the roads were terrible, but yeah, fortunately I've got an adequate car for the snow. I had fun with my four-wheel drive, so it wasn't so bad. But looking forward to a little warmer weather this week. That'll be kind of nice. So I guess with that, I will go ahead and turn it back to the net control, KF8G.
All right, thank you, Brian. 42 it is. You know, my drive was absolutely fantastic because I didn't leave. I had people come here. But the people that came here said the drive was not good. And apparently it was even worse when they left, so see how that goes. But yeah, for me it wasn't too bad. I just kind of had to walk out in the backyard and cook some food and then bring it back in the house, so that's how it went. But thanks for checking in there, Brian. Appreciate it. Next station we have is KE8ZRY, who's in and out, and that's going to take us down to KD8OTQ. Scott, how you doing, Scott? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Good evening, everyone.
calling, KD8OTQ. My answers are Delta and Delta for both trivia. And yeah, looking forward, not really, going back to work tomorrow. We're in count time through the holidays. I haven't been at work since the 18th of December. So this will be fun, trying to remember all my login passwords and everything. But yeah, looking forward to the warm weather like Brian, and we'll turn back to night control, KD8OTQ.
All right, well, thank you, Scott. We got your answer down for Delta and Delta. Yeah, I definitely couldn't have, I can't, my tongue twisted there. I didn't actually check the weather, so I'm not sure how warm it's going to get. I'll do that a little bit later. And this is KE8QKO on the W8WKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Our next station is in and out, that's KA8MNT, which is going to take us down to KE8QFT, Uncle Fred. How you doing, Fred? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Howdy, everybody, once again. SAC and A for the trivia. Watching the Pittsburgh-Baltimore game. Boy, that Aaron Rodgers, man, what a mug. You know, looks like something like a basset hound, and I don't know. He's like got that long face. Oh well. Let me see. What else? Oh yeah. The playoffs are all set, I guess, except for this game here. Whoever wins this game between Baltimore and Pittsburgh will go to the playoffs. The Browns won today, last-second field goal, but they won. Myles Garrett became the all-time sack leader in the National Football League. So that's about it for now. KE8QFT, back to net control, and too bad about the Buckeyes there. Back to net control.
All right, well, thank you, Fred. Got your answers down for Charlie at Alpha. Good to hear you. Browns winning, I guess. Next two stations we have right now, that's AF5JB and W8MPG, which will take us down to KI5TAQ Taco Tim from Bofang, Oklahoma. Take it away, Tim.
Good evening there, Nick at Night. This is KI5TAQ. Now let me get the trivia questions out of the way. Double D's, Delta and Delta, and we'll just leave it at that. The only other thing I'm going to be doing is just sitting and resting and relaxing and listening to you guys and wait for the answers. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, well, thank you, Tim. Got your answers down for double D's. The next station we have is in and out. That's N5KBD. And then we're going to go down to K6KJV RevCav. How you doing, sir? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Kilo 6, Kilo Julia Victor. Kevin, are you out there? Do you have comments for the Beacon Net? Well, nothing here from RevCav. Perhaps we'll hear back from him a little bit later. Maybe he can come and recheck with us and get his official answers of double D's. Let's go talk to KC8FQV Mark and see how he's doing. Mark, take it away.
W8WKY.
All right, KSEPQV here. Well, it's going to be Goldwater, and on the second one, Bears. So Goldwater and Bears, or I think it would be D2 or DB. But Bears are for the alternative, and Goldwater's for the main one. And boy, oh boy, that game for the Browns, that was something today. And I guarantee if they drove a bus down there, that's probably what they did. They probably chartered a bus down there quicker than flying. Could it take it long to fly? It could take longer to fly than charter a bus, probably. You know, by the time you load and take off and everything. But yeah, they drove a bus down. There was no way for that driver to tell the mechanic when they get back of any creep rattles or anything about the bus, because that team would have been very happy at what they did down there. Yeah, and the first 90 miles of 71 is only 2 lanes in parts of it. Once you get about 90 miles up, then it goes 3 lanes all the way to Cleveland, other than an interchange through downtown at 2 lanes. But yeah, they had 3 lanes. You know, that's nice, that road being 3 lanes wide now. A lot easier to drive and not so much a nail biter to drive that road. So we'll send it back to the net control, KSEPQV.
All right, thank you, Mark. We got your answers down there for Delta and Bravo. Our next station is in and out. That's KE8WA, and that's going to take us down to KI5OZZ, Miss Nancy Diaz. How you doing, ma'am? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KE8QKO, Nick at Night, and the rest of the Beacon netizens, good evening from KI5OZZ. I'm going to say Charlie and Charlie on the answers for the trivia. Other than that, Happy New Year. It's cold where I'm at here in Indiana, and I'll be here for, I don't even know, maybe a month-ish. We'll see. And we'll see where I end up after I'm done in Indiana. Might be going to Ohio again to pester some folks. So with that, I will leave it to you. Thanks for letting me chime in, and great to hear everybody out there, including Mac in Springdale. KI5OZZ, back to net.
All right, well, thank you, ma'am. Got your answer down there for Charlie and Charlie. Yeah, come on up to visit us again. You know, I never had a chance to make it out when you were here. Maybe if you make it up here again, I'll get out. Anyway, yeah, this is KE8QKO on the WAWKY repeater, 147 Mark 290, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We do have four stations that are in and out. That's KD8 LNX, KE8 ZZR, KF8 ANR, and 8 WHR. And then we're going to go talk to KE8 MMY, Chris. How you doing, Chris? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
I am doing good. I still like to always put in a requisition for an on-deck circle, but that's just me because I'm running around doing a bunch of different things. I wasn't too far away, though, because I'm coloring my calendar. Different days have different meanings, and it just helps me be visual. Today, the National Day calendar says that today is National Trivia Day, so I'm glad to play the trivia game. I would have to say that Barry is definitely our man in Arizona. Mr. Goldwater, I think, is the correct answer. And I listened to the whole thing, but I didn't quite make out what all the clues were. I'm going to go with the open-toed shoes because that's what I heard. KE8 MMY, back to net.
All right. Thank you, Chris. You might have said them, and I might. Yeah. Can you repeat your trivia questions? I think we missed the primary answer.
Very cold water and open-toed shoes, or any combination thereof.
Copy that, sir. Barry Coldwater was, I gotta scroll up and find it. I think it was Delta, if I remember right. And open-toed shoes was Alpha. I'm sure my net logger will correct it. So thanks for checking in there, sir. Appreciate it. And next we're going to talk to K3MBC. Mark. How you doing, Mark? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, good evening, everyone. Thanks for picking me up. Just recovering from a long Sunday and a long holiday. Today was the first day back at work. I work at a church, so Sunday's obviously a work day. On the trivia question, Barry Coldwater, Delta, and I've been to Israel, and I've seen people with open-toed shoes, and I've seen people with jewelry. And the bean thing, I still don't understand, but there were plenty of beans on the beach, so I'm going to go with bears for some unknown reason. So it's Delta and Bravo. Back to net, K3MBC.
All right. Well, thank you, Mark. Got your answers down for Delta and Bravo. Yeah, the Cornwaldo bean is a running joke that's been on the net for quite a while. It's a fictional. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying that, because some people don't believe it. But it's a fictional Colonel Cornwaldo bean answer that Alan came up with and uses in all of his trivia. So that's kind of where that comes from, the Cornwaldo bean. And actually, if you Google it, you're not going to find a Cornwaldo bean. I've tried. So, well done, Alan. Next, we have KI5 RFI Mac. How you doing, Mac? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KI5 RFI. It's a cool night here in Arkansas, but I guess that's to be expected. It is January, after all. Shout out to Nancy. I haven't heard her in quite a while. I recognize that voice right away. Nancy was one of the first hams I talked to when I got my license several years ago. So, hello, Nancy. Trivia questions, I'm going to go with Delta and Bravo. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Mac. Got your answer down for Delta and Bravo. Yeah, thanks for checking in. Next, we have KE8YNJ. John, how you doing, John? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Good evening, Nick, and everybody out there. Happy New Year, and we'll first get the trivia out of the way. So we're going to go with main trivia answer D, and second trivia answer is B, Bravo. Delta, Bravo. And anyways, I was the babysitter today, the grandkids, and they like to do fun stuff, so we were doing some cheesy electronic experiments, and then we ended up with getting a balloon and rubbing it all over Sissy's hair and letting her brother stick it on the wall. So I think the physics of static electricity was elusive to 3.5 and 5-year-old kids, but they got a kick out of it. So anyways, let them wonder about that stuff. And anyways, that's about it for me tonight. So anyways, thanks for running the net, Nick, and we'll send it back to you, KE8YNJ.
All right. Well, thank you there, John. Good you had time with the kids, and you got your answers down there for Delta and Bravo. Thanks for checking in. Our next station, KF8ERZ Terry, is in there. And how you doing, Terry? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
W8WKY.
W8WKY, this is KF8ERZ. Good evening, Nick, everybody on the net. Don't have too much to add this evening, just glad to join y'all.
Been looking forward to the net tonight, and actually made it on there for the little bit of the pre-show. It's unusual for me to get in there that soon, but for my trivia answers, I'm going to go with double D's, Delta and Delta. I got a feeling tonight might be the Cornwall bean answer, so I'm going to try it. But anyway, it's good to hear one on there. I always enjoy hearing everyone's comments and reports, and as always, it's a pleasure to be with y'all. Some of the most wonderful people on amateur radio right here. So with that, I'll just say 73s to everybody, and Happy New Year, and God bless. This is KF8ERZ.
All right, well, thank you, Terry. Got your answers down for Delta and Delta. Thanks for checking in. It's good to hear you. Our next station is K8LYJ, Bob, who's in and out, and that's going to take us down to KJ5 NSH. Jess, how you doing, Jess? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight? Kilo, Juliet 5, November Sierra Hotel. Jess, are you out there, and do you have comments for the BeaconNet? All right, nothing heard from Jess there. Perhaps she was in and out, and we didn't quite catch that or something. But anyway, that's how it goes. All right, this is KE8QKO and the WAWKY repeater 147 Mark 390 positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, and we are ready for more check-ins. If anyone would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
K6KJB, recheck.
Alpha India 5 Quebec, AI 5Q, Jerison Tulsa.
All right, we got K6KJV with a recheck and AI5Q checking in there. Let's go talk to Kevin. K6KJV, how you doing, sir? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Well, this is K6KJV, aka Kilo 6 Kilo Julie Victor. Kevin here in Valley Springs, California, and a not so funny thing happened to me on the way to the big top in that little clown car. It broke down, so if you called me earlier, I missed my turn, that's why. Had to have a tow. So I'm sitting out here just waiting to get in. Never mind. And you got some splaining to do. I did hear something. Somebody was saying that the corn Waldo beans is all made up. Now you gonna have to explain that to my ancestors and all my relatives, okay? Because we do exist. So, all right, that's all I got there. But you do got some explaining to do. So my answers, as usual, is double D's, Delta and Delta, because you can never go wrong with the corn Waldo bean. So back to you there, Mr. Nick and Nite from K6KJV.
All right, sorry about that, Kevin. I knew I was going to get some sort of something from somebody about saying that. But yeah, sorry to upset you, or if I did. Anyway, so good luck getting your clown car towed. Thankfully, the clown cars are kind of small, so you probably don't need a very big tow truck to get it moved. And thanks for getting back to me. Let's go talk to AI5Q Jairus. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Howdy. Let's see. I don't have much for the BeaconNet. I'm going to vote with RevCav and Delta tonight in support of the Cornwaldo Bean Clan and their efficacy and recognition in the National Hall of Fame where they belong. So, yeah. That's my vote on trivia. I've been talking with Shannon for a while now, and had you guys on in the background, so I hadn't heard a lot of it, but I did hear somebody saying Cornwaldo beans was made up, and I thought, well, they just haven't read the truth. That's fake news, as the president would say. They must be talking to CNN or something. Anyway, good to hear you out there. We'll say 73 and back to net control from AI5Q.
All right. Well, thank you, Jairus. Got your answers down for Delta, and tell Shannon we all said hi if he doesn't get with us later. Thanks for checking in. We have some more room here. If anybody else wants to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard there. Let's go talk to our trivia masters, or net club. I don't know words tonight. We're going to start with KE8VZA. Eric, see what he's up to. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the net. KE8VZA here. Happy New Year, everybody. Had a good holiday myself. Good set of holidays there. And I had to go back to the Big W on Friday for a whole day. That was, went okay. Didn't want to be there. Got some stuff done and came home. So there you have it. But first full week of the new year this week. And hopefully things will be decent. They look like they will. Let's see. Trivia. I'm going to abstain from the main trivia, of course, and I'm going to answer Charlie for the alternate. Trying to think of anything else. My XYL is recovering well from her thyroid removal surgery. The scar is healing very nicely. I bet you no one will even know it's there once everything is done. But all it takes is a little time. But she's feeling very well, and I'm glad to see that. Very happy. So anyway, that's it. I'm rambling. KE8VZA, back to you, Nick at Night.
All right. Well, thank you, Eric. Good to hear you. Yeah, I think hopefully the first full week in a bit. And yeah, it should be a decent week, I think. Should be a decent week. All right, KD8EPC is in and out. That's going to take us down to KD8SLG. Surely he's just Nick. Nick, take it away.
KE8QKO, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Nick at Night, and all the Beacon netizens. You're really lighting up the nighttime airwaves tonight. Let's see, for trivia, I'm going with Delta and Delta. Someone questioning the lineage and just existence of the Cornwaldo Bean clan is just striking to me, striking. They're the greatest family ever. They're the best family I've ever met, the very, very best. And they do exist. And although it's been a while since we've spoken to the Cornwaldo Bean archivist, unfortunately, as you'll recall, she went on sabbatical. And that sabbatical was in Venezuela. That's created some issues now. Just saying. Delta and Delta tonight. Good to hear you, Nick. It's KD8SLG, back to net control.
right. Well, thank you, Nick. Maybe she was able to hitch a ride back on the Abraham Lincoln. I hear that's a pretty decent little cruise ship going right now. And thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. Let's go talk to you, W8HRF Josh. How you doing, Josh? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
K8QKO, W8HRF. I'm just envisioning the Cornwaldo being archivist on a helicopter right now. I gotta stop. I'm gonna go with for my trivia answers. Could you read them? No, I'm kidding. I'm looking right at them. For the main trivia, I'm gonna go with Goldwater which is Delta, and for the alt. How did you know that? Lucy is answering Delta as well. She's behind me and she's whispering again because her voice sounds bad anyways, her voice sounds bad when she tries to speak at a normal volume. For alt, I'm going to go with, I don't know. I'm just going to go with Alpha, the first one. What else is going on? Not too much. No, there's a lot, but I need to get, I'm about to post the sign-ups for Winter Field Day here. I got to get that done and send out some emails. So that is what I'm sitting here doing. We finished the movie earlier tonight, Glass Onion, with, is Daniel Craig? Yeah, that's his name, Daniel Craig, the actor Daniel Craig. Good movie. It was fun. It had lots of good twists and turns, like any good murder mystery should. So if you've seen Knives Out, it's the sequel. So it was pretty good. So recommend it. I think that's all I got. Nice to hear you, Nick. We'll catch you later. K8QKO, W8HRF73 all. Oh, and to run the net opposite you there on Saturday. That was cool. What did we say it was called? Hold on just a second. So we call it the Josh and Lucy show when we run the BeaconNet, but we should call, if Alan and I do the Boredom Breaker Net one hour after the other, we call it the Alan and Josh Fiasco, maybe. All right, back to you, Nick. W8HRF 73 all.
All right. Well, thank you, Josh. I hope the meeting went well today. No, I didn't go. I was feeling a little better today, but like you said, the food prep was pretty well sorted, so I just kind of spent the day with the family. I hope I didn't really miss anything or didn't need to be around for any of the stuff you guys did. Anyway, thanks for organizing everything you're doing, and yeah. Oh, and it's nice to hear. Lucy whispering sweet Cornwaldo beans in your ear while you're checking into the net. And I guess her throat isn't feeling well, and that's probably why she's in and out. So I'm not going to call on her. I don't want to make her throat hurt anymore. I hope she feels better soon. And thanks for checking in. So yeah, KAYUK was in and out, and that's going to take us down to, before I go further, this is K8QKO on the W8WQI repeater 147 Mark 390 positive also with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And we're going to talk to KI5 DAY Allen. How you doing, sir? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
KI5DAY in the net. Man, what do I have for the BeaconNet? I have warbling magpies for everybody. Yeah, warbling magpie pot pie. That sounds great, doesn't it? I don't have a whole lot. I'm just chilling like a villain, waiting to read my trivia answer. Looking forward to some more couch surfing. Got to go back to reality tomorrow and actually work a 5-day work week. I don't know how I'm going to pull that off. I haven't done that in a few weeks. It's going to really not be fun. We're pretty busy, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, that too. I don't sleep well. I've been having some struggles with that, but Nancy sent me some intel on that. I did reorder some more Relaxium. I'm having some troubles with it, but we'll get through it. And I haven't felt good today. My allergies are flaring up. I sat right next to somebody at lunch today. Let me let this drop. Hi. Come on up. Who ordered a salad. It was a bunch of us from my church that went to lunch together, several friends. And a couple of them I didn't know too well. The lady that's sitting next to me, her and her husband, She ordered a salad, and guess what it had in it? Fresh sliced strawberries. I was sitting there, and all of a sudden, I felt a little twinge of itch and funniness, and yeah, I realized she had strawberries. My friends that knew me said, hey, you might want to push those aside, so she did. Thankfully, she moved further down with those, and I didn't have to smell them anymore, but not a good thing for me. What else am I doing? I don't know. I'm just sitting here trying to figure out what the heck I am doing, actually, but I'm having some good times in the blue screen. It is like a whole different net. I feel sorry for people who aren't in the blue screen on this net. They're missing out on half of the net. But we'll say 73 for now. I'll shoot it back to you. Be standing by. Oh, my answer for the main trivia. I'm going to go with Lee Harvey Oswald, KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, well, thank you, Alan. Got your answer down from Lee Harvey Oswald. I believe that's Echo. Yeah, you know, every time you talk about strawberries, it makes me want to send you strawberries in the mail. But yeah, I know that would be bad. But every time you say that, I think, wonder what it would cost to ship a box of strawberries to Oklahoma. Anyway, thanks for doing the alternate trivia, Alan. I do appreciate it. Let's see. All right. Yep. All right. So I already identified. We're going to do another round of check-ins. If you would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
KJ5 ATA, Kilo Juliet 5, Alpha Tango Alpha.
November 5, Charlie Echo Lima, N5CEL, Curtis, and Owasso, no traffic.
Kilo Charlie 3, Quebec, November, Delta, Genie in North Ridgeville.
All right, I'll run through what I've got here. I've got KJ5 ATA Guy. I've got November 5 Charlie Echo Lima Curtis, who's in and out, and I have Kilo Charlie 3 Quebec November Delta Genie. So we got our list there. Before we go through the list, though, it's been a little bit since we've done it, so we're going to reread the trivia questions, and we're going to start with K8VZA. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group, KE8VZA here with a reread of main trivia. Which presidential candidate was a ham radio operator? Choices are Alpha, Kerry, Bravo, Dukakis, Charlie, Romney, or Delta, Goldwater. I'll put this in the blue screen again. KE8VZA back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Let's go to KI5DAY and get the alternate question read again. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY, yeah. Man, sorry, I'm having a very rough time with my eyeballs. They started itching pretty bad. I don't know what's going on with that, but anyways, allergies are just flaring up like craziness at the Burger King drive-thru, I tell you. See if I can read this. Tonight's alternate trivia is, it is illegal in the country of Israel to bring which one of these to a beach? Again, the question is, it is illegal in the country of Israel to bring which one of these to a beach? Is it A, any open-toed sandals, B, any bears, C, any type of jewelry or storage pouch hanging from the neck, or D, any Cornwaldo Bean family recipe corn liquor? KI5DAY, back to net.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Got the trivia questions ready again. Let's go talk to KJ5 ATA Guy and see what he's up to. Guy, take it away.
Okay, network, this is KJ5ATA guy from Georgetown, Texas. And I think the answer to the first trivia is has to be D. Barry Goldwater. I know he was a big time ham radio operator. I think he had a 1,000-watt radio station manned by about three personnel inside of his station to make contacts everywhere. I mean, it was massive, if I can remember correctly. And golly, the second one, golly, how it goes on in a beach in Israel. Open-toed shoes is probably a forbidden thing. I really don't know for sure, but those are probably known as Jesus sandals, and anything that's open-toed, and it's not good. I can't. I know that might sound kind of a little weird, but anyways, I'm just going to guess that, and so that's what I'm going to say. And another thing is, hey, did you all do any network on New Year's Eve? I think I tried to tune in, but I didn't hear anything. So, anyways, I'm gonna throw it back. Back to network. This is KJ5ATA.
All right, thank you, Guy. Got your answers down for Delta and Alpha. Yeah, there was one on New Year's Eve. I think we had an announcement on the last BeaconNet that it was going to be a condensed BeaconNet on New Year's Eve, which it was. So it actually started at 9:30, and I think it was finished by like 10. Pretty much all the BeaconNet team, they all had things happening that night, and Dustin just ran a quick net, and then that's how that one worked out. So yeah, if you tuned in around the time you normally do, you would not have heard anything. It would have been much earlier. So, but we're back to our normal schedule now. Your normal net control teams, your normal schedule, your normal times, and all the fun stuff that goes with it. So thanks for checking in there, Guy. Got your answers down for Delta and Alpha. Next station we have is In and Out. That's N5CEL, and that's going to take us down to KC3QND. Miss Jeannie, how you doing, ma'am? And what do you have for the BeaconNet?
KC3QND here. It's a frog in our throat. I'm doing pretty good. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. And my answers for the trivia questions, I have no idea. I'll go with D and C. I think that's what I'll go with. D and C. So I hope everybody has a wonderful evening and a great start to the beginning of a new week into the new year. KC3QND, back to net control.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Got your answer down as Bravo and Charlie. It's good to hear you, and thanks for checking in. This is KE8QKO on the WAWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We can do another round of check-ins. If you'd like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sent phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard there. Let's go get our trivia answers. We're going to start with KEA. Oh, my answers. I forgot to say them earlier. My answers were Alpha and Alpha. Pretty sure I got those wrong at this point, but those are my answers. And let's go talk to KE8VZA Eric and see what he has for the primary trivia answer. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the net, KE8VZA here with main trivia answer. So which presidential candidate was a ham radio operator? Kerry, Dukakis, Romney, or Goldwater? The correct answer is, as many have answered, Delta Goldwater. Let me take a break for time, and I'll read you the backstory. KE8VZA returning. Barry Goldwater, throughout his life, he was an enthusiastic ham operator. As a member of Air Force Mars, his station, K7UGA stroke AFA 7UGA, was manned 24 hours a day during the Vietnam War, either by himself or other hams that he selected when he was away. Many stand-in operators experienced the thrill of the magnificent rigs of K7UGA. The station served GIs in Vietnam and around the world. Barry operated at every opportunity, completing phone patches for all servicemen. Generally, his calls that passed through his stations were free, and he paid for the long distance on those. During the Vietnam War, he handled hundreds of thousands of phone patches. Some he operated as an aeronautical mobile while piloting his plane. That's pretty cool. Barry used amateur radio as a way to relax and unwind, and even borrowed equipment while at a GOP convention in '64 and made hundreds of contacts. Let me take a break for time. Got a little bit more. KE8VZA here. One last piece about Barry Goldwater. He was also a member of the Veterans Wireless Operators Association and was presented the Marconi Gold Medal by them back in 1968. In 1972, he became their honorary president until his death in 1998. In 1982, the Goldwater Worth Bill was passed by Congress, allowing the birth of the Volunteer Examiner Coordinator Program, VEC, among other forward-looking practices. The ARRL established a $5,000 scholarship to honor Barry Goldwater. K7UGA in 1983, stating that he was amateur radio's governmental protector and advocate. So very active ham, did a lot of good stuff out there. Very interesting. Barry Goldwater. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right. Well, thank you there, Eric. I actually thought that only one of the answers, the potential answer, had served in the military, so that's kind of why I chose my answer. I would have possibly, now that I look at it, I would have chosen a slightly different one if I had realized that, but I still would have gotten it wrong, because the one I would have chosen would have also been wrong. So anyway, thanks for a good trivia question. I appreciate it. Next, let's go talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the answer for the alternate trivia. Alan, take it away.
Alrighty, KI5DAY. And just as a friendly reminder, trivia and alternate trivia is something that you're supposed to guess at. You don't have to go look it up. Nobody gets free prizes if you get it right every week. So please, it's trivia. Just answer off the top of your head. It's much funner that way. Also, if you know the answer, don't analyze it or break it down or tell us about the documentary you just watched on television about that very thing, because that gives it away to other people. Thank you for playing along. Tonight's alternate trivia is brought to you by the Outback's Blooming Bunyan Onion. Yeah, that's it. That's something we're trying to come up with, I guess. Let's see, what am I doing? Let me find my alternate trivia question, and I will give you the answer. Let this drop.
W8WKY.
Sorry about that. I don't know if y'all heard that, but I had a repeater ID there. I am on RF. So tonight's alternate trivia question was, it is illegal in the country of Israel to bring one of these to a beach. Well, it wouldn't make sense for it to be open-toed sandals, because when you get to the beach, what do? You take your shoes off, your toes are exposed anyway. So nude toes on the Israeli beaches is perfectly fine. As far as jewelry or storage pouches hanging from the neck, I don't know that there's anything wrong with that either. I'm sure people wear jewelry there all the time, and I'm sure there's people with metal detectors picking that jewelry up when it falls off their necks. But as far as bears go, well, I don't know that you could get away with bringing the Cornwaldo family recipe corn liquor there either, but as far as bears go, it is actually illegal in the country of Israel to bring bears to the beach. I'll drop this one more time and explain that. I can't even tell you how silly this is to explain about bringing bears to a beach in Israel. When I do these every week, I just don't know what I'm going to get into. I tell you, it's nuts. But the law prohibiting the bringing of bears to the beach in Israel was established due to a trend of having pet bears and then bringing them to the beach, which made others uncomfortable. This law aims to ensure the safety and well-being of both the bears and the public. So bears are wild animals that are not accustomed to human interaction, and bringing them to a public beach in Israel can lead to stress for the bears and potentially dangerous situations for the public. Therefore, they outlaw bears on beaches in Israel. There you go, KI5DAY, back to that.
All right, well, thank you, Alan. Yeah, I find it very interesting when you hear about weird laws that are passed, and you're like, somebody had to actually do that for that law to get passed. So, yeah, that's pretty interesting. Who takes a bear for a walk on a beach? I mean, I guess, bears probably, they want to go get some sun, too, I suppose. Maybe they're looking for salmon. I don't know. There's a lot of salmon in Israel, or some sort of fish. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, thanks for the alternate trivia, Alan. I appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to do one more round, and one more round only of check-ins, or rechecks of the BeaconNet. So if you would like to check in or recheck to the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Okay, recheck.
KC8 FQV, go ahead with your recheck there, Mark.
All right, next one. Yeah, just was seeing it N5 KBD was listening. Maybe he wasn't looking at the screen. I was just wondering what the credentials were. I was trying to launch that NetLogger companion on the Android. I put it on, but I never, I just put it on just now. I thought I had it on at one point, but no, I didn't. Malware was on top, and it wanted that one. I don't know why. But I put NetLogger companion on, but it needs a couple of things entered in to be able to use it, looks like. He was still listening. Might not have been looking. He might have been doing other things at peak. So that's all I was going to see. If he wasn't listening, he might have been listening and not looking at the blue screen because busy doing other things. So, but thanks for him mentioning about NetLogger companion. I thought it was out there, but we'll send it back to net control. KC8FQV.
All right. Well, thank you, Mark. Yeah, I don't know if he's listening or not, but I'll tell you what, the radio, about to turn the net off and pass it off to regular amateur radio operations. So once the net is over, you can try to reach out to him directly and see if he is able to help you out with that. Anyway, this is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 290, positive offset with a PL total 114 Mark 8. And I'd like to say, on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KE8VZA, KI5DAY, KD8SLG, W8HRF, K8YUK, KD8EPC, and Larry the Rubber Chicken, I would like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening and wish you a wonderful bagok of a new year. Come and join us on the next edition of the BeaconNet, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, here on the W8WKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and EchoLink W8WKY-R. You're welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the W8WKY repeater, every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sundays. Don't forget to check out our friends on the Border Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and EchoLink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KE8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time, 73 all.